Breaking news right now, the Detroit Lions have done a contract extension with Taylor Decker for a 3-year, $60 million deal. Taylor Decker is now with the Detroit Lions for another 3 years. Significant deal right here because, as you know, needed continuity for the offensive line. Now the continuity is going to be there. Very good sign for the Detroit Lions. You have Penei Sewell locked up for the long term already. Frank Ragnow has already said he's going to be here next year. Taylor Decker is going to be here the next 3 years. Lions offensive line is good to go now with its leader with that contract extension. As you know, we extended multiple players this offseason, including Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and giving this team an opportunity to take it to the next level. Dennis, welcome. Absolutely, this is fantastic news for the Detroit Lions. Lions management is getting the job done. They do not want to have any sort of contractual issues while we're in the training camp getting ready for this significant season for the Detroit Lions. Good morning, Raw Podcast. TA, what's up? Yes, Lions have extended Taylor Decker. Great news. This front office is getting the deals done and making these players happy. Why is this a good thing? Many reasons for it's a good thing. If you play well, you do the right things, the Detroit Lions management will extend you and will make that a priority. It's good for the players inside the building. And again, when the Lions do free agency in the upcoming years, these players who are free agents are absolutely going to want to come to Detroit knowing that the Lions brass will pay its players. We have had zero issues when it comes to contracts in our players, and that is a fantastic thing. Getting it done right now is also significantly important because doing this right now is going to save the Lions money for next year and the following year and the following year after that, making the priority getting these tackles done. Penei Sewell, yeah, we gave him a big-time extension, but within a year, it's not going to be that big. Jared Goff, we gave him a big-time extension. He's already dropped significantly lower because we got the deal done before other quarterbacks. St. Brown, same thing. Always a good thing. What's up, Brent DeWitt? Vash Starwin, elevated scene. Brad signs the check, and he does. And guess what? The Detroit Lions, they have the money to save. They do. Great move. There's only one contract that I'm really waiting for to get done, and that's the Aleem McNeil deal. If that gets done, this is probably the most successful offseason that I've ever witnessed as a Lions fan. They're fiscally responsible with this football team, and a 3-year, $60 million deal for a really good left tackle, to me, is a cheap deal. We're talking around, $20 million a year for a I think, top 16 left tackle. That's really good deal. Left tackle is one of the most high-paid positions in all of football. They're with the quarterback position, so they're wheeling and dealing and getting it done. And Taylor Decker is well-deserved to get this extension. As we know, he is a leader on this team. He's not most vocal, but definitely a veteran leader in how to operate and practice and get these younger players in line. Awesome. Yes, Raw Podcast, this is a great thing for the future of this football team. It's a great thing for the Detroit Lions fan base to have Taylor Decker extended. Very good. I do apologize. I'm outside at this moment on my cell phone. With that said, I'll probably be making another video here on Lions Nation Unite to talk about it. And of course, on my personal channel, I'll definitely be bringing it up because this is significant news. Significant. I have not seen what the Lions cap space now with this deal is in. That will probably happen with the next hour. We'll get all the cap ramifications. But the Lions cap space was already in great position, and it's going to be in great position for the next couple of years. Lions had over, I think, $68 million in cap this following year. Even if it's $20 million, in which we don't know, the Lions are really good fiscally. We can get the Aleem McNeil deal done. They can get it done. I hope they get it done before the start of week 1, because if that's the case, again, you're saving money. This is key. Brent DeWitt says keeping the band together is a major key in trench warfare. 110%. And it also brings a lot of less stress on the players. understanding that this regime, this staff, is taking care of their players. They're not being frugal with money. They're not trying to screw a player over. They've been very responsible. Rod Wood is a part of this, and I know he takes a lot of heat for being part of the Lions management. But with that said, these deals have been pretty good. Mr. Detroit City, you the GOAT. I'm not the GOAT, you the GOAT. Great move by Salem. Great move. Great move. Again, if you're just getting on here, the Detroit Lions has extended Taylor Decker 3-year deal, $60 million. I haven't seen, again, the specific year term of how much it's going to be capped of each year, but I'm going to assume probably around $20 million a year. It just makes sense, divided by 3. So, super important. Super important. This offseason has been magnificent, from starting from hearing that Ben Johnson was returning as the offensive coordinator, extending all the players who we did, draft, free agency. This regime understands business. They understand priority. And not only that, they completely revamped the facilities for the players. They completely revamped the practice for the fans. This is now, I would say, probably the top ran organization in all of sports at this point. Everything they do is the right move. It is unbelievable. It's not overpaying, not underpaying. They're not causing drama. They're doing everything they possibly can to be successful. So this is a huge, huge thing. If you are in here, go ahead and smash that like button right now. The more likes we get, the more chances that this current stream will be pushed out there. We will make a video. We will break it down as soon as I get the numbers and tell you what it means for not just this year, but the next 3 years for this football team. And I fully expect Taylor Decker to play throughout his contract. He's not that old. I think this is absolutely the perfect deal, because if you look at how they constructed even the Mon-Ross St. Brown deal, year 3 for St. Brown is where his cap number goes to $30 million. And this is, I can guarantee you, at least what I believe, the cap will be a little bit less, probably year 3 for Taylor Decker, thus not overlapping and having cap issues for year 3. These guys understand it. Now, I've took business. In business, the School of Business Economics, you do the 1, 3, and 5, 10-year plan. They fully understand this when it comes to the cap, and they're being extremely responsible. Extremely responsible. This move here will make it easier for the Lions to extend Aiden Hutchinson after this season and any other player that they need to get. Very, very good. Steampunk. The Lions have extended Taylor Decker to a 3-year, $60 million deal. Huge, huge for the Lions cap. Huge for the Lions organization. They wanted to get the deal done. They did. And there's been rumors, I'd say the last 3 years, stemming really from 97.1 The Ticket, that they should trade Taylor Decker. That is not the case. They absolutely love Taylor Decker. Is he the best tackle in football? Absolutely not. That's Penei Sewell. This offensive line's got continuity. This offensive line is going to be the strong foundational piece for this franchise for the next 3 years. And that the happiest person right now with these deals is Jared Goff. The wall continues to be cemented. The Great Wall of Detroit has been created, and it is a good moment to be a Lions fan at this time. The only deal that now we're waiting for is the Aleem McNeil deal. I never thought that they would get these 4 deals done before week 1. It's unbelievable to get Jared Goff, St. Brown, Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker done in one off season. 4 of the biggest deals that had to get done is done. That is awesome. They will extend Aiden Hutchinson, no doubt. Yep, he's going to get an extension. And again, if you are a fan of off-season and free agency, when this free agency period starts back up after this year, you can bet many NFL free agents are going to look at Detroit for a destination. They know that the Lions, they dish out the contract. The Lions generally stay within the terms of the contract. Even though they're shorter deals, they actually stay within those deals. How many times have we seen players in other teams, they get a 5-year, $150 million deal and they're cut after 3? Detroit doesn't really play that game. They just simply do the the dates and let the player play out the contract, and if they earn enough, they will get a contract extension. Awesome. Great. The success mainly comes from the offensive line. And Thomas Burke, you're 110%. And, you can say anything you want about this offense and say Jared Goff is a product of the system. You can say that. But guess what? The system has just been reinforced. And so that means this offense is going to be good for the next 3 years. This offensive line is stout. And guess what? That is how you run a nice organization. And then after this year, Christian Mahogany will probably be the starter. And again, this offensive line is going to be the strength of the football team. Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell understands how to make this offense work, and it starts with the big men up front on the offensive line. They will not overly paid players, just the right deals, and that's the way it should be. And sometimes it's hard to do that. Here in Detroit, before this regime with Brad Holmes, we're used to just dishing out gigantic contracts in free agency and cutting the players after a couple years, resulting in poor cap, fiscal irresponsibility, and dead cap that hurts the team down the road. We just don't do that no more. It's amazing work by this front office. It truly, truly is. You should be huge. So in the comment section, show love to Taylor Decker, Lions tackle, who now is extended. It's going to be on this team for the next 3 years, and I'm happy for him. This pretty much, in my opinion, secures that he's going to retire. I would assume probably in 3 years is when he does retire, so he will probably just be with one team his entire career, and hopefully he has a Super Bowl ring to come with it, as he came really close. Of all the players in this team, I think, you look at a Taylor Decker who's been here through the mess. You want to see him win a Super Bowl. Don Muhlbach is now coach, but you want to see success for someone like him. So this is huge, huge. Money well spent. All new Lions. Very well spent. Very well spent. And the Lions still got a ton of cap space. So they can get the Aleem McNeil done if they wanted to before week 1. I have my doubts on that, but after this, there is only one contract left, so maybe they do. And I'm going to talk about that in today's video. We'll go over the cap space, what type of deal he'll be looking to get. I'm thinking around $17 million a year. Taylor Decker, though, we all know Taylor Decker is a really good left tackle in this league. That we're paying a really good left tackle approximately $20 million a year is astonishing. I thought it'd be more than that, and it was not more than that. And that is that's a really good thing. Quinn destroyed the books and Holmes restored the books. Yeah, Rob, and you know this as somebody who studied the game, TA, and we've talked about fiscal responsibility throughout our tenure as being on this platform, and this is the first time I've ever seen a fiscal responsibility. This is how an organization is supposed to be run. This is how you make this team better, is you do it the right way. And so big for this franchise that this is occurring. Proud of this team, proud of the organization. Sheila Ford Hamp is the best owner that we've ever had, by far. Well run. This just continues of a magnificent offseason to where I think these players are so locked in. There is no distraction at this point heading into this year. And these players are locked in. They're completely locked in. So awesome to see. If you're just tuning in again, repeat it. Taylor Decker extended 3 years, $60 million deal. Significant update right there. We'll be talking about it again. I'll make a video on LNU again today about this where I break it more down. I'll make it on my personal channel. Tomorrow I'm going to be in the huge show, 96.1 FM from 3 to 6. We will definitely be breaking this contract down. So you're going to want to tune into that for sure. So huge news for our football team. Congratulations, Taylor Decker. If you are going to be at training camp today, Herman Moore and some of the folks from Lions Nation United, like Joseph Dion, Everything King, is going to be there. I'm sure they'll be in the practice field talking, so go check that out. I'm going to try to get up there one day to see the live action, but it's just been so busy. I'm literally at at a surgery, okay? My girlfriend's father is in there getting it done, so broke the news live. As soon as I get home, I'll get onto the video. Great news. Now let's finish. If they get the Aleem McNeil deal done, this probably is the best offseason that I've been alive for 39 years. If they get, I've never seen an organization do so many contracts like this, where it's fair deals, smart deals, good deals, and investing in players whom we have drafted that's a part of this team that's a big role. And that's all who's left is Aleem McNeil for this year. Hutch will get paid next year. This year, if they get it done, I don't know what possibly else they could do at this point to have is the best offseason. $30 to $40 million for Aleem, you're thinking? It'll probably be a 4-year deal of something in there, but I think he's going to get paid significant. I'm going to guess $17 million a year. If you look at defensive tackles, they get paid big bucks. But we don't know yet. This is just speculation. Either way, I'm absolutely proud of this organization today. I think all Lions fans should be very proud of how this organization is ran. And this is not blowing smoke. This is not being a homer. This is being 100% factual, 100% honest. This is a great offseason. This is a great move. This type of offseason with such good, I mean, literally, they completely revamped the practice field. They revamped their therapy rooms for recovery. They revamped their gym completely to where it's one of the best now. All this is now considered one of the best in football of that. So they took care of the players there. They said, we're not going to have a distraction. We're going to go ahead and pay our guys. There's zero distraction right there. They're full on board now to go win a Super Bowl. And just like St. Brown stated, it's here for a Super Bowl. That's what we're looking at. And these guys are locked in. So congratulations to Taylor Decker. Well-deserved extension for this team. You've went through many years of misery, and this finally could be the chance for the Lions to get that Lombardi trophy and host it up. And I would be so proud and excited to see Mr. Decker hold that trophy up for all the stuff that he went through. I mean, him winning the first game last year and seeing him cry with Jared Goff and the rest of the teammates, it just shows the emotion that these players have because it's such a pivotal moment in their career and in the history of football. This is what happened last year is going to be in history books. There could be a movie made about it. And if they do win the Super Bowl, this is definitely going to be something. This type of turnaround is going to be talked about for decades. Historical change around for a franchise to go literally from one of the worst rosters to ever exist, the end of the Matt Patricia era. That roster was horrible. And for them to go from the worst roster to now literally potentially being in a Super Bowl within a 3-year time span and completely change the trajectory of a franchise is unbelievable. Uncanny, well-ran organization, top down. This organization is now, I'm going to go ahead and say it, this organization is now up there with like a Pittsburgh Steelers, with a great culture. This is up there with all the teams that is well ran for throughout their tenure. There's teams we've been waiting for to be like. We've been waiting to be a nice organization like the Steelers have for decades, all the way since the beginning of the NFL. Right? We're now one of those organizations, and that's just, it's really good to have happen. If you are a Lions fan right now, whether you're older or new, you need to enjoy every single day that you have. This is something that doesn't happen all the time. Enjoy every single game. Enjoy every single practice. Enjoy every single video that's made. Enjoy listening to the radio stations, whether it be 97 or 96.1. This season is for you. He is the best general manager we've ever had. And again, Him and Howie Roseman are probably the best GMs in football right now. I would put Brad Holmes up there as executive of the year this offseason. How are you going to get the best offensive coordinator in football to come back with nothing? Really quick. How do you extend these players this quick? How do you please them by changing everything? Astounding. Astounding. So, great news. Smash that like button. Continue to do that. I'm going to get off here in the live stream. I will make a video, update you guys on this. Such a good time. Such a good time. With that said, folks, adios.